Hi guys, welcome. Come on in. We're gonna do our makeup, pull ourselves together, shall we? I have been in a funk. I shared a little bit about how I've been feeling over on my Instagram. I also shared it over here. So if you missed it, it's just a little like carousel of pictures, kind of walking you through how I've been feeling. But the sun is shining. It's supposed to get to 77 today. So I put on some color to make me a little happier. And we're gonna do our makeup. I just turned on my trigger for Beauty by Esmia. I'm gonna go ahead and activate it over on Esmia's own trend as well. So whenever you tune in, if you need any information, you can just say the word info, need, want, details, anything like that, okay? Let's get started. Also, I saw Pink Lily upped my code. So if you, for whatever reason, need to grab something from Pink Lily, you're looking for an outfit, or you want to check out their new launches, you can use code Esmia at Pink Lily and it'll save you guys 30%. I believe it's through the weekend. And that's where my top is from, actually. I love it. It's like a bubble hem, long sleeve. I was put on long sleeves to cover my bruises, but they don't look as bad today, so I pushed them up. But, all right, we're active on both pages now. Info, need, want, details will get you all the information sent over, okay? All right, so I am gonna use my Olive Rose. Just feels right. I'm having some breakouts here on my chin. I think it's stress, but either way, we're fine. We're working through it. So I'm gonna use my Olive Rose Skin Tint in shade 3. And then I'm gonna use my concealer in shade LM1, which is light medium 1. And then contour is gonna be in the shade light. And then blush, I'm feeling Strawberry Hill. So these are gonna be our main products that we're gonna put on from Olive Rose. I already put on the Pearl Primer. I don't know why I forgot about this, but I did. But I remembered her today and I put it on, and that's why I'm like so glowy. And then we're also going to set with the Glow Setting Spray. Okay, so all I have on my face right now is I did do my eyebrows. I put on a little bit of my concealer on my eyelids, and then I have on my lip stain. That's in my Amazon storefront under makeup, and it's the shade Pinked. And then I topped it with the Olive Rose Lip Butter in Clearly Yours. And that's it, okay? Other than that, I just have skincare on my face. I did my forehead duo on my forehead, which is 002 and F59 on my forehead, massaged in fully, okay? And then I used my F25 everywhere else. Finished with my 003. Oliveda, the skincare, is still doing their rebrand, and that's gonna run until tomorrow night. So it's a buy one, get one free event. So there are items that don't qualify anymore, because basically what they're doing is they're getting rid of their stock of the old branding. And so as soon as that runs out, then the buy one, get one free on that product is no longer available. So basically they want to sell out of this brand and then replace it with the new branding. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. The best way to know if your product qualifies is just to add it to cart, like add more than one item to cart. And then if it qualifies, then it'll be marked down in your cart as buy one, get one free, okay? I did pick the books for March, Kelly. Actually, I just wrote out my post before I got on here, but I knew I wanted to go live, so here I am. So tonight, I'm actually gonna do a February reads check-in and also give you guys links to the March books, which I've already read. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. But I wanted to get a little bit of ahead, because there have been a couple books that I had on my list that I've taken off my list because I read them and I was like, not the vibe, or maybe I just didn't agree with some stuff in there. So yeah, I've just been trying to like read ahead and make sure that I'm recommending books that like are worth your time and your energy, in my opinion. So I do have those. I have 2 picked out for March with maybe an optional 3. The third one, I just put this on a mixing plate. It's shade 3. I'm gonna put an optional third one, but that one is gonna be a pre-order. I believe it comes, no. That's gonna be, oh, it is March. The third one is gonna be a pre-order for a book that hasn't come out yet. But I believe it comes out the end of March. So if you're like a quick book reader and you want to add a third book in, that one can be a good one to like finish your month. And it's part of a series that I have already read. So I'm going to add that in there too as like a third option if you want it. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I'm telling you, when the sun shines, I'm a brand new person. I really am. It's supposed to get to 77 today. Excuse me? That is amazing. But I know that this is fake spring because this always happens. It starts getting so beautiful and then we start contemplating like, do we start planting or what? And then 9 times out of 10, we get like a snow on Easter or something. So, yeah, I'm just enjoying it while it's here, truly. My niece messaged me yesterday and was like, I'm taking it for what it is, and I'm just gonna go outside and photosynthesize while we can, you know? I was like, yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So, anyway, I got a little bit of sunshine this morning. Not really this morning, but this afternoon while I ate my sandwich outside, which was really nice. You just finished Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and oh my God, you loved it. I loved Book Lovers too. I loved. Happy Place was like okay, but it wasn't like my favorite. It was just like a good story. But Book Lovers by Emily Henry, it was so good. A lot of people were saying that it was like very, like, what's the word? Like predictable, but I really enjoyed it. I just love like love stories that like take you along the whole entire way, and there's not as much like just like, oh my gosh, just hurry up and be together type of thing. It's just like they're kind of in it throughout. So I really love those kind of stories. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The books for March, you guys are gonna be obsessed with, truly. Also, if you loved Book Lovers, then you would love, I'm not sure if you've already read it, but the February read, the first one, I have them linked. If you guys say info, they'll send over to you, but the first one that I recommended for February, you'll love that one if you loved Book Lovers. Like, you'll probably love it even more. I listened to it twice because I just like, once it ended, I missed it. You know what I mean? You haven't seen me in a long time. I haven't been live as much as I probably should be. But I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I've just been on the struggle bus. I've also read Beach Read, The People We Meet on Vacation, but Book Lovers was by far my favorite. I loved Book Lovers too. After I finished Book Lovers, I read the Unhoneymooners. Is that what it's called? The Unhoneymooners? I think it was the Unhoneymooners. But that one, I was like, oh my gosh, kind of annoyed at the beginning because I'm like, come on, what is going on? Why are you guys just like avoiding your connection this whole entire time? And then finally it like comes together at the very, very end. I liked that book, but those are the kind of books that frustrate me when you're just like, can you please just like communicate and tell each other how you feel and then like enjoy yourselves for a little while instead of it just being constant struggle, you know? Anybody else feel that way with books? It's so annoying to me. But anyway, I did like it, but it wasn't like my favorite. Love and Other Words. That one. I will read again, and I've already reread. I've read it twice this month because I just love it so much. Okay. You're planning on getting a dent in the second book for February. Oh gosh, you're gonna love it. It's worth the time, truly. that one was a wild ride. It really was. But I was in it the entire time. There were a couple times I had to like re-listen because I listened to mine on audio. Because I was like, wait, what's happening? But then once you get it, you're in it to win it. Like, and then the twist at the end is just like, I was not expecting it. I really was not expecting it. So you'll really enjoy it. Oh my gosh, Annie, you are so sweet. Thank you. We're pulling it together slowly but surely. I can already feel my allergies starting. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm like, in the back there, back there. Excuse me, are you glitching? Back there? I can feel it. But the one thing I do not like about this spring is the wind. Is that like spring everywhere? Do you guys get wind, like intense wind everywhere, or is it just here? I know we're like at the base of the Rocky Mountains, so we get a lot of wind off the mountains, but spring here is gnarly with the wind. Okay, so makeup, we have on our skin tint, which if you guys haven't heard me talk about this, it is fantastic. It is skincare first and then makeup. So I like to explain it and refer to it as an extension of my skincare, and then it just so happens to give you really beautiful coverage. It's a light to medium coverage, and it is so stunning. Like, it wears beautifully, and it almost like looks better as the day goes on, and it's really hydrating, and it has skincare benefits like vitamin C, hydroxytyrosol, which is a powerful antioxidant. It has titanium dioxide, which helps protect your skin from the sun naturally. It has sodium hyaluronate, which is really good for plumping and firming the skin. And then it has really soothing ingredients like jojoba oil, as well as like olive fruit oil. There's just like a lot of really amazing benefits, and it's just beautiful. I'm wearing shade 3. I can also wear shade 6. It's just a smidge dark for me right now, but it's definitely like my summer color. I probably in the summer at my darkest would be shade 9. Yes, you will love it. You guys just say the word info, and I have February reads linked. And I recommend both of them intensely. Like, they're so great. And March books are so good as well. The second book, I kept going back and forth on whether I was gonna recommend it or not, because the beginning of it, I was like, ooh, is this like a little too much? Like, it was kind of a little ratchet. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's like my first impression. I was like, am I gonna like this? But I loved it. Like, after it got into the nitty-gritty, I was like, wow, this is such a great love story. So I hope you guys will just trust me on it. If you do get to the second book, I hope you really enjoy it. I haven't given March books yet, but I'm gonna post them tonight. So make sure you come back and check my page tonight, and I'll have March books for you guys. All right, now I'm going in with my concealer. I'm using the shade Light Medium 1. And if you know me, you know I'm like a concealer hater. Excuse me, do you see that? I know. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. It's like a serum concealer, so it's not like super full coverage or anything, but it does like neutralize without looking heavy or chalky or being really drying. I do not even need to set this concealer. It's so beautiful. I've also used the concealer on my mom, who's going to be 65, and it looks just as beautiful. So I think even if you have mature skin and you really like concealer, or you want to give a concealer a try, this one's definitely worth it. And you got the foundation in a glass bottle. Oh my gosh, you're so lucky. I believe the glass bottle is going to be the new packaging of it. Are you talking about, is it like a clear glass bottle, or is it like this? Because this is glass too, but if you're talking about the clear one, kind of like this, I think it's going to be new packaging. I'm not super sure, but I did see like on one of their posts on Instagram that it was a clear glass bottle. So I think it might be part of their rebrand. but it's the same. It's the same. It's just a different packaging. Yes. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit more blush because, you know, I am who I am. This right here would probably be perfect for most people. Me, on the other hand, I like a little bit more. This color is the shade Strawberry Hill. Yeah, so I think it's part of their rebrand, Lynn. So it's same product, just new packaging. I love this color. It's so pretty. I normally will mix. I'll do Strawberry Hills and Lover's Lane. These two together are so beautiful, but for today I'm just gonna use Strawberry Hill. It just feels right. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my HT Skin Glow Setting Spray. This is a very hydrating, glowy, skin-like setting spray. It's not gonna mattify. It's not gonna give you like super long wear. It's more about like keeping the skin looking like skin and being really hydrated. So you could use this to set your makeup. You could use this to refresh your makeup, and you can use it on bare skin too, just to give it extra glow. And it smells wonderful. It smells like fresh. Walk into a flower shop, open the fridge, and smell the roses. That's what this smells like. It's wonderful. So, yeah, let's see what we have on. So I did do the primer. This is a pearl primer. Can you see that? I did that over top of my skincare. I didn't do it on camera, but I did do it. And then I used my Olive Rose Skin Tint Serum. This is in shade 3. We're there in this part of the winter, we are. Okay, and then I did my contour in the shade Light, okay? Because I'm my fairest self right now. So we did light contour, and then we did Strawberry Hill blush. She is just so gorge. Absolutely love her, especially even like on bare skin, if you just want like a pop of color, that blush is stunning. And then for concealer, I use the shade Light Medium 1, and truly, like, let me zoom you in. This is what my skin looks like with basically an extension of my skincare type of makeup. It's so gorge. You can still see like a tiny, tiny bit of my redness, and I can actually just take like a little bit of my concealer and just like spot treat. There's just no reason to like put on a ton of makeup for specific areas. Like, yes, I have rosacea, but do I need to put on a full coverage makeup just because I have rosacea right here? No. So you can actually just use your concealer and then spot treat those specific areas that maybe are problematic for you, and you're good to go. And you can also get your concealer in like 2 shades. You can do one for brightening and then one that's more your skin tone. And then you can do spot concealing with more coverage with it being like your skin tone. You know what I mean? So if I were gonna go with, what's going on there? What's going on? If I were gonna go with something more my skin tone, it would be medium 1. That one works perfect for like actually giving me more coverage and correcting on my skin versus brightening. Hi, Danny. Long time no see. Where you been, girl? Come on in. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. Always happy to answer. At this point, you get to decide, like, do I want to set my face or do I want to live my glowy, fresh life? Most of the time, I just leave my skin just like this. I love the glow. I love the way it wears. In the winter, we tend to have more drying factors like the cold outside, the heaters, the fireplaces, whatever it is that you have in the winter, generally are sucking moisture out of our skin, especially if you have a disrupted skin barrier. I like to describe this skin barrier as like the cup that holds the water, okay? And if you have a cup and it has cracks in it and you're putting water onto it, like your hyaluronic acid or your serums or your oils, if there's cracks in your cup, it's just going to come right out, and your skin isn't going to hold on and retain that moisture. So that's why maintaining a healthy skin barrier is so, so important. But in the winter, we have all of these other elements that can hurt our skin or disrupt our skin barrier. So Leaving your skin really glowy and hydrated from the get-go is key, especially if you have really dry skin, because your skin, it's sitting on your face and your skin's gonna absorb that moisture and it's gonna help heal your barrier because you have skincare benefits built into these products. So there is a skincare quiz. If you want to say the word info, need, want details, I'll send you the skincare quiz as well as a few other things. But if you have specific questions or you need help, I'm always happy to help you. Okay. All right. So just for the sake of the video, I am going to set with a little bit of powder because I do feel that most people want that extra insurance when it comes to their makeup, especially if you have bangs or if you have oily skin, okay? So I'm going to go in with a little bit of bronzer. This is from NYX. I have it linked in my Amazon storefront under makeup. It is really great. I love that this one specifically isn't super orange. It just kind of lays right on top of that contour that we already put on. It doesn't dull the color. It just kind of adds insurance over top and like marries that cream to the powder and gives it more longevity. And I just do like a stippling motion because you don't want to do this and move that cream underneath. You just kind of want to place it over top and let it kind of marry each other and become one. But I do a light hand because I just, you know, I'm very fair right now, so putting on a ton of bronzer just isn't right. It doesn't feel right because, like, look at my hands. They are like so white. Okay, so that was a little bit of bronzer, and then I think I'll go over top with just a tiny bit of blush. I say that now, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I'll use the same blush that I normally do, which is also from NYX, and I have it in my storefront, which I do give you guys my storefront link if you say the words, any of the keywords. And you just want to just do a boop, and then I use the cap to kind of press it in. And then I start higher up because I don't mind if it's dark up here, but then I want it to be a little lighter come the center of my face. But these are so highly pigmented. I've had these like for a long time and I don't have a dent in this. So just a tiny, tiny little bit goes a long, long, long way. Like, look at, that's crazy. I also like to put a tiny bit on the tip of my nose. Cute. All right, so at this point you get to ask yourself, am I happy with this or do I want to blur? Because these are really glowy, hydrating, light reflecting products, they are going to show a little bit of texture. Like you can see my pores here where the light is reflecting off of it. I personally don't mind it. I think it looks natural and like skin, but if you do want to blur, I still recommend my favorite setting powder, which is from Red Aspen. And I just pick up a tiny, tiny little bit and I just press it over top of that area that I want to blur. And do you see how that just like minimizes the shine there? And then it blurs that texture. So I'm telling you, like the tiniest, littlest bit on a fluffy brush, press it into the area you want to blur and you're good. A little bit here on the forehead. And then I'll take a little tiny bit and go right here, just because that's where my hair sits. I don't always do this, but it's definitely an option if you just want to feel like your makeup has extra insurance and you want to mattify a little bit. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, and then what else? I guess we could figure out something for the eyes, right? Isn't it pretty? I love blush. I think it's so youthful and fresh. Okay, for lashes and mask, let's see, what am I gonna do? Kind of, I think I'm just gonna use that same bronzer. I know I'm so boring when it comes to eyes anymore, but I am who I am and I'm trying to accept that because anytime I do something different, I just don't feel like myself. So I'm just gonna use that same bronzer that we used on our face, and I'm just going to dust that over my lid and into my crease a little bit, just for a little something. I love the way the NYX products smell. This one specifically, it smells like chocolate, or like, not even like chocolate, because I don't usually like the smell of chocolate, but it just smells like good enough to eat, like a cookie or something. Yeah, I like that. And then I'll take a little bit on the smaller side of my brush and just run it on my lower lash line. And you can do this with literally any bronzer, just whatever feels right to you. All right. For lashes, I am going to heat up my lash curler. So here's your sign. If you have your AirPods in or something, or you're somewhere where you don't want it to be super loud, turn your volume down, because I'm going to heat up my lash curler with my blow dryer. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, always test it on your forearm. If you can leave it on your forearm for a few seconds, then you're good. If you have to like put it off, don't put it on your eye. Let it cool down a little bit. But I like to do this because, as you can see, I have the most llama lashes you've ever seen. They stick straight down. And so heating up my lash curler helps to hold my curl. A little bit better. Isn't that crazy? Like, she's tired, she didn't sleep last night, she's grumpy, and she's sad. Just kidding. Okay, same thing, test it. Who here is watching Love is Blind? And also, I have a hot take if you are. Just a thought, or an opinion, I guess. All right, there we go. And then for mascara, I feel like I have like a hair. I see one there. Mascara, this is the one that I've been loving. It is fantastic, and it is also waterproof. I have it in my Amazon storefront under makeup. Okay, you're watching. So honestly, it's not a hot take about the Love is Blind itself. It's just Love is Blind in general. So I love to watch it. I think it's like mindless and like can be so sweet and tender sometimes. And as you guys can tell by like my book choices, I am like a hopeless romantic. Truly, I just love like romance and just also comedy, the comedy that it can have intertwined in it. But Love is Blind US is so savage and like has so much less meaning and tenderness, in my opinion, than Love is Blind UK. I don't know what it is about the Love is Blind UK, but I could just watch these people talk and mingle, and it's not just the accents, like it's just in general, like how they treat each other, how they talk to one another. I just feel like it's so much more genuine and sincere and less like, I just want to jump your bones kind of vibe. Sorry. Tell me if you guys feel that way. But I could watch Love is Blind any day of the week. I find myself watching Love is Blind US, and I fast forward through so much of it because it is so cringy to me. Whereas in the UK one, I could watch it any day, all day. Is that weird, or do you guys feel the same way? Like, even when they meet each other, it is so tender and so sweet most of the time. Whereas the US one is so cringe. Like, I feel secondhand embarrassment so often when I watch that than I do the UK. Is that weird? You feel the same, like the US ones, like how how can I get famous the fastest? Yes, like they're looking for like a platform or something. I don't know. There's something about the UK one. Like, I don't know if they just take it more serious, if they truly are just like that much more genuine, like they care more deeply. I don't know what it is. And there must be like a science to it, but I fear I love it way more than the US one. All right. Isn't that mascara so pretty? Hi, I do use an eyelash serum. I actually have it right here. I have one down here and I have one upstairs. I've been using it since, I think, July of last year. It is a natural lash serum. It doesn't give me the same results as like my Grande Lash one does, but what's so much better about it is that my eyes feel so much better. I was starting to get like very dry eyes, a lot of sensitivity, crazy eye twitches, like unbelievable, drive you crazy eye twitches. And since I've stopped, I don't have that hardly at all. So, I couldn't recommend it enough. It's prostaglandin free. So that's why I think my eyes are so much happier, because that ingredient can cause a lot of issues. It can cause like eye color changes. It can cause like the darkening of your eyelid. It can cause orbital fat loss. It has a lot of different side effects. And I used that lash serum for over 7 years. And I just was starting to have a lot of issues with my eyes. And so I thought, you know what, I better just try to not use it. And since I've stopped using it, it's so much better. So, and I don't know if it has anything to do with that. I still love Grande and would use Grande if I could, but I can't. It just doesn't agree with me anymore. So if you're looking for something that's more natural and prostaglandin free, that eyelash serum is better. Okay, so lips. We're gonna do, I'm kind of feeling like doing like a, well, actually they don't look that bad right now. I just have on the lip stain in the shade Pinked, this one, the Peel Off Lip Stain. I have it in my storefront under makeup if you're interested. But for whatever reason, I'm feeling like using a kind of like a plum or something would be nice. Let's try it. If we don't like it, we can wipe it off. My lips are just really dry. You can see though how that lip stain really just holds on for dear life. Okay, I think I'm gonna try this one. This is the lip liner in the color Rich Wine. I will link these if we keep it on. I'll link them on my Amazon storefront with a picture. I love using the lip stain as like my guide, and then I go over and redefine with like a lip liner, because I find that as my lip liner and my lipstick wear off, the lip stain is still there, so I still have color to my lips, because normally my lips are just really pale. So it kind of just leaves me with like a wash of color. Pretty. Okay, I think I'm gonna just fill in the corners. Okay, and then I'm gonna do, I think I'll just do this one. This is a plumping lip gloss, but it's not super spicy and it wears for like a long time. And it's also not sticky. It's like the perfect in between of being like a long wearing gloss with like substance without it being sticky and stringy. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna put that on for a little bit of shine and moisture because my lips be real dry right now. Okay. Pretty. So I'll link like everything I have on my lips, including the lip stain, with like a picture, and I'll put it on my Amazon storefront and I'll post it here as well. So just stay tuned for that. Okay, and then how do we feel? Why do I keep saying fear? Stop it. I see girls say that all the time and I'm always like, fear, I fear. And then it gets stuck in my head and then I plug it in and I shouldn't. Okay. Can you guys believe my bangs? They're so long already. I posted a reel this morning asking for your guys' thoughts on whether I should cut them like to be a fringe across again. Not a lot of people voted on Instagram, so I'm not sure. Obviously I'm gonna do whatever, but like, I'm just shocked at how fast they grew. I still have my little bits here, but they're like too long to wear across. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to decide, do I just keep them to where they're more of like a thick curtain bang? Or should I cut them again to be more of a fringe? Let me know. I also haven't had a haircut since October. So this is where we're at. I do need to tone my hair. I'm starting to see that like brassiness coming through where my blonde still is, but like all this is my natural. Pretty cool. Hi, Claudia. Happy you're here. Thank you. Okay, I did respond with my eyelash serum, and if you need me to help you find anything, just let me know and I can. I think it's like, okay, got that one. Okay, what else? Oh, there's one other thing I do like to do. I do like to go back in and darken my freckles. I just feel like it makes your skin look more skin-like. And it just kind of brings it back to life. Not that it doesn't look that way, I like the way it looks. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. And then I do put like some little bits there, and then I darken the ones I have here. And then this is a scar, so we just make it into a beauty mark. What else? See, doesn't it look like my skin? I also have a scar right here from frying taquitos. And it's like a dark spot, so I just make it into a freckle too. Okay. I have to go get the girls in half an hour, so I'm actually gonna get off of here and record my hair. I have not curled my hair in days and days and days, and maybe that's part of my problem. I should know this by now, that I get my personality back whenever my hair is curled. So that's what I'm gonna do after this, is curl my hair. Also, I do want to put on a little bit of a highlighter on my eye. Let them grow. So my thing with the bangs is I really like them right now only because, well, I've always liked bangs and I always go back and forth with them. But right now I don't have like a haircut appointment scheduled and my hair is really long and I'm so much more myself when my hair is shorter. So sometimes when I start to feel a case of the uglies, cutting my bangs shorter kind of makes me feel like I just got like a haircut. Does that make sense? I don't know. I need to go to therapy. All right. I think that's it. So I'll zoom you in. Mind you, I never set my concealer. Remember, I just set my porous area. So you can see that concealer doesn't crease or anything. It stays very hydrated and skin-like. And this is what Olive Rose looks like. With like the tiniest bit of powder, we set our contour and our blush, and then we blurred slightly here and here. Not really here, just like whatever was excess, and a little bit here. So if you're interested in makeup that is an extension of your skincare, you want to just kind of enhance what you already have and use cleaner products, I highly recommend Olive Rose. I can't help you get color matched or anything like that. Bang therapy. Yes, I do need bang therapy. Okay, be right back. You'll know if I went the next time if you see me cut them. Anyway, if you need help with anything, let me know. I'm always happy to help you. Send me a message or a text, whatever works for you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for loving me in all the seasons. I feel it. I appreciate it.